Guys of a Certain Age is brought to you by no one. Absolutely no one. Except these dudes walking down memory lane. Now let's head to the studio to see what they misremember next.
It's the podcast that can make up its mind, much like weather in Mississippi in January. It's Guys of a Certain Age. Robbie Koblenz in studio alongside
Art Shirley
and Jay Reed.
Jay is back. Jay is back. Jay is back in town. Or is it the boys are back in town?
Yes.
The Jays are back in town.
The Jays. The OJs.
Oh,
yes. You're right. The weather has changed like the lead change in the CFP game.
yeah, that's right.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. We're going to move on past that. So other than that, how are you guys doing? Are you okay there? You over last night?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I felt like we put on a great show. I mean, I think we had an incredible season. I thought we were probably going to go 8-4 when we started, and I never thought we'd end up where we were.
We being the Rebels.
We being the
Ole Miss.
Rebels, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Them being them, not me.
Certainly looked like we belonged there.
Absolutely.
We did not.
Till the last second.
Yeah,
We belong to the city.
Well, I mean, the Miami was just the better team last night. They just really, controlled things. So we never had the offensive magic that we had during the Georgia game. We had some good plays, but we just never had those kind of phenomenal stuff.
So on some state message boards, as we devolve into something almost as sensitive as politics and sex in the South, college
You were
football.
going to say religion, but you went another direction.
Yeah, exactly. So, on the state message boards, I was telling Jay, folks were saying, well, if Lane had been there in that game last night, or your former head coach, then they would have won. You guys would have won. But somebody pointed out, if you still had your former head coach as your head coach in the Georgia game, instead of taking points, he would have gone for fourth down.
Absolutely. Yeah, we would not have been in that game if Lane had been there.
Yeah.
I think that there's no doubt that the Georgia game he would have lost because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But,
of course, he also been trying to lose it so he could go ahead and go somewhere else.
he lost $250,000 last night is what he lost.
That's right.
So, but anyway, good season for that school that's about 90 miles north of here. And
Ole Miss Rebels, University of Mississippi.
the Land Shark, Ole Miss.
I know some
Black
people are afraid to actually say it, kind of like Voldemort and Harry Potter, but we'll say it.
But finally, we're on to a season of sports where state is competitive, if not better. So,
there's no doubt about that.
Hey, so I was thinking this morning, if you guys lived in Oxford, would you attend more Ole Miss sporting events that are non-football?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think I would go to basketball games for sure.
I think I'd go to baseball too in the spring when it's nice weather.
I was thinking we have attended events in 7 different sports here. Of course, we've been competitive in 7 different sports. So, football, men's and women's basketball, baseball, softball, volleyball, which we've had a pretty good team on and off, and then soccer, which we were, women's soccer, which we were number 1 at one point last year, or number 2, something like that.
No, I think you were number 1.
I can't remember.
I think you were. Yeah,
all
I think
know
they had
is
the number 1 team in the country, and then that's the coach that left, right?
Yeah. And then the last coach just left.
Yeah, that's right.
And he took half the team.
Oh, that's bad.
If not 2/3. He I think Lane was just following his blueprint. So
okay, yeah, gotcha. No, I think absolutely. Baseball, basketball, either one. I think we go to those games, especially the ones that are like in the middle of the week. And probably would lean towards those more so than the weekend games.
Really?
Yeah, just because, the crowds, the getting there and back's not going to be as tough.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I feel like state has more ingress egress from a automotive standpoint, a car standpoint, than maybe Ole Miss does.
I will say, I think that's true too. After trying to get off campus the other night, what was it? Night before last?
Wednesday
night.
Yeah.
God, I mean, we had to go. Of course, they're State and Starkville are determined to tear up every piece of road that's on.
We're friggin' hemmed in on the north side of town. There is no way out.
Yeah, just 2 blocks, 3 blocks, whatever it is down the road. You can't go into town without having to go all the way around somewhere.
No, I found secret ways.
Yeah.
Apparently, the folks who've got the Shell station at the bottom of the hill at the intersection 182 North Jackson do not mind people cutting through.
Well, they need to put a toll road up.
Well,
because that's what's happening. Everybody cuts through that thing.
Yeah, but that's only where they're getting traffic for folks to stop to buy things.
Now, I will say, I did that. I cut through, but I said, I'm going to get gas while I'm here.
Yeah.
Give them, at least acknowledge, that they've got people coming through. So
it's brilliant. And I will tell you, on the short range plan, as there is it's going to impact you for sure. Because
I'll be retired.
You'll be retired. They're going to put a roundabout at the intersection of 12 and Garrett over here.
Yes.
By the Waffle House, Walmart, walk-ons.
That would affect me coming over here.
Yeah.
But
Waffle House?
Yeah,
the new Waffle House.
Where?
In front of the Hilton Garden Inn.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't realize.
It has come up in probably, 6 weeks?
Just like a mushroom during a June rain.
Really is.
Wow. I had no
It's not
idea.
open
Are they closing
yet,
the
right?
old one, or is this going to be an additional?
It's going to be additional. We're
We're at 2 Waffle House town. We can't even get a Cracker Barrel, but we got 2 Waffle Houses.
Yeah.
And 3 Starbucks? That's crazy.
No, more than that. We've got 5, right?
Starbucks?
Yeah. So.
Well, if you count campus, there's 4.
Yeah.
There's one at the Union, right?
There's Union. Then there's the standalone 1, standalone 2.
And Kroger.
And the K. Roger. I thought there was a 5th somewhere. So 4 Starbucks.
Yeah.
That's still a lot.
4 Starbucks, 2 Waffle Houses, 2 Walmarts, and a partridge in a pear tree.
That's right.
And how many Mexican restaurants do we have?
Well, a lot more now. We went to a new one the other day.
Which one did you go
one's
to?
The Pesanita.
Isn't it great?
It's good. Yeah,
Where
I used
is
to go to
that?
the truck. I used to stop at the truck a lot and get burrito tacos, and so I was glad to see them standalone.
On Avenue of Patriots, right across from the Phillips 76.
In that building
okay.
across from TriStar that
Has been cursed.
Many restaurants before now.
Moment of silence for the Serendipity Bakery.
Right.
Oh, gosh.
Right.
Best
I'll
donuts
try
in
that.
town.
I said, gosh.
But it's good. We ate there Sunday.
It's comparable to the
we
one
don't
we
have
went
enough
to.
time in this episode to count all the Mexican restaurants, but it is incredible.
What, 13? 14, I think.
I don't
Is
know
it
if it's
that many?
I don't think it's that
If
many,
you-
but it's
If you include Chipotle and Taco Bell,
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you've got. Let's just do it.
Okay.
So,
We're doing it.
all right. So you got
Rest in peace,
Mija.
Rob Reiner. But
You got Mi Hacienda, La Terraza. Then you've got No
Casa
Way
Brava's still there, right?
and Casa Brava and No Way Jose.
that's 4 within a block of each other.
Yes.
The El Veracruz.
El Veracruz.
Right.
And then
Then
already
you
did Mi Hacienda. Right?
Yeah. Then you've got the
What's the one on the Highway 12?
we got the one over on.
Mija.
No.
Okay.
Well, no, at the other end of 182, the one we went to across from Starkville.
Yeah, 182, not Highway
In the
12.
old Waffle House.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's that, and then there's a new La Pesanita. And you said Taco Bell and
Chipotle.
Chipotle. I think Salsarita's closed. I was just told
Salsarita's closed.
Okay, so
what about
Moe's on campus? Is it still open?
Moe's on
Yeah, the
campus is still
there.
open. And then Uno Mas.
Oh, no, Moss is what I was
Oh,
trying to think
yeah.
of. Yeah.
And then the Honduran grocery store across from Dave's. How many is that?
That's 12.
Yeah.
And then there's the other grocery store over by the Asian market. I think you can get food there too.
13.
You were right. 13.
Do not dispute me counting Mexican restaurants.
What is Arepas?
Arepas is
Arepas
Bolivian?
is Colombian, Argentinian.
So we won't count that.
yeah, Colombian. It's not.
It's definitely South American food,
Yeah,
but not
it's
with-
not,
not
a
a Mexican
Tex-
restaurant,
It's
right?
not a Tex-Mex
Gotcha.
Mexican derivative. So
Wow.
yeah, but chicken tenders, you've only got Zaxby's
We are devolving here. We are,
and Slim Chickens.
which is down from what it used to be.
We used to have what
Didn't we?
else?
I thought we had more than that at one point.
Connie's, I guess, has chicken tenders.
Yeah, you got Connie's.
Well, I guess if you're looking at a chicken tender restaurant,
Yeah, that's
there's
what-
2. But if there's
I'm thinking,
places
yeah.
you can get chicken
I mean,
tenders,
yeah,
it's
that's the
everywhere.
wide open. But I think we're talking about chicken tenders as
Yeah.
their main item.
I'm still surprised we don't have an Abner's here. I mean, not an Abner's, but a Raising Cane's.
yeah.
Give it time.
I still find it hilarious that Raising Cane's is in the pavilion at Ole Miss, and the Raising Cane's owner is the single biggest donor to LSU football. Yeah. So every time you buy a chicken tender at Raising Cane's, we forgot Zaxby's too. So that's 3.
I said Zaxby's. Zaxby's are Slim Chickens.
And Slim Chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I lied. Anyway, every time you buy Texas Toast at Raising Cane's, you're paying for Lane Kiffin at LSU.
Sometimes you just have to make a sacrifice.
I've yet to do that, so I'm okay.
Yeah, been to Raising Cane's?
I've been to Raising Cane's once, but I mean, I've never been to the one.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. What
I like Raising Cane's.
I like Raising Cane's a lot.
Is that your favorite?
That is probably my favorite at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've eaten at Raising Cane's on the Strip in Las Vegas.
Wow.
It's the cheapest food available on the Strip.
In Baton Rouge, I thought it was the original, and it turned out not to be. But I think it was like the second one.
Is it the one there by the school?
It's been a minute. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I just know I thought I was going to the original. When I got there, I realized it wasn't. So
I've got a trip to Seattle planned in a few weeks. I'm hoping to go to the original Starbucks.
Okay.
In Pites Market.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right.
The line was too long when I was there.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wait out the line. So let's do quick geeks. What do you guys got?
Are we going back to?
That's what I was wondering. Are we doing that?
Sure. Why not?
Well.
Yeah, because I've already written the description.
So
why don't you tell us why, Robbie? Why we're repeating here?
Hello, Road Podcaster, Roadcaster Pro 2. We hit the red light and it recorded, but the file disappeared. So no, I didn't put in a tech support ticket. So we had this great 45-minute long episode that we're recreating or trying to, but it did not have chicken tenders or Mexican restaurants.
Completely different episode.
Or college football playoffs, because if we knew what had happened, we could have written our check by placing bets. I mean,
no kidding.
Anybody want to place a bet on what country we're going to invade next? Because apparently
Mexico,
somebody
I believe is the next one.
apparently somebody made $400,000 in the Venezuelan coup.
Oh gosh,
what?
Somebody bet
no kidding.
on Polymarket that we were going to invade Venezuela, and they made $400,000.
Oh my gosh.
Some Headsbeth sort of guy. Or, no, I'm joking. But no, seriously.
Guy.
Yeah.
Geds. Okay.
All right. Give me your geek real quick there.
Gil Gerard has passed away. Formerly Buck Rogers. I think that's what he's best known for. He did some other series as well.
Bitty.
And he's from Arkansas, which I remember that being like a thing.
From Little Rock, I think he's.
Little Rock, Arkansas, yeah.
Bitty.
I have family there.
Yeah.
Not him.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you're not related to
Not related
Gil
that I'm aware
Gerard.
of. Not that I'm aware of.
And I don't think the street over here is spelled the same way or
different
has
spelling,
any connection to him.
Pronunciation.
Yeah, that's right. But did y'all watch Buck Rogers?
Bitty.
A little.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I didn't follow it.
Did you watch Buck Rogers or did you watch Aaron Gray?
Yeah. Well, there we go. Or Princess
no.
Ardala, who was, I can't remember the actress that played her, but it's you go back and watch it, it's very much of its time.
Yeah, very
disco things or whatever. But it was the first season especially was good. But
then they pivoted, right?
Yeah, they tried to make it Star Trek, so they tried to put him on a spaceship that was going where no Buck had been before.
Get the Buck out.
Buck. And I didn't realize this. I just saw this.
Bitty.
That Mel Blanc did the voice for Tweaky.
Of
the
course
little robot.
he did.
He did not do it in the first few episodes of the second season. They brought him back because fans did not like the new voice.
Bitty.
Oh.
Yeah. We should just put that on loop.
Yeah, we really should have that on loop.
Bitty button. Yeah, the bitty button. Little bitty, teeny weeny,
Careful.
frozen robot bikini.
Okay.
What you got, Jay?
Okay.
You need a minute?
That's now.
No. Mine was the
Forever shall be.
yeah. Florida man.
Oh, he's really well forever shall be.
Yeah, Florida man.
Florida man Carson Beck.
Oh gosh. Okay, so the dude in Florida, his name is Brad Barber,
Or his name was. We don't know what his current state
Brad
is.
Barber. He has this deal where he takes Lego sets of any sort. It doesn't have to be a Star Wars set. It could be Simba. It could be a Transformer set, whatever, and makes them into Millennium Falcons. Wow. That's sort of his trademark. If you go to his site, which is Creation Caravan 4 on Instagram, you can he'll show what he's done, and it's not just that's sort of his trademark, but he does other things too, creating I guess people say, hey, will you make a such and such from Stargate? And he'll go into a set and make Stargate flight, a spaceship from using pieces from that set. So he's not going to the well to get other pieces to make it happen. He's using things only from that set. So I got to thinking about it because I had nothing else to do, and or something like that. Yeah. He must know. Must have been at work. He's done this enough. Ooh, he's done this enough to know.
That was,
he's the one who works the hardest. Of the three of us.
I didn't mean he had nothing else to do. I'm just imagining a pharmacist all of a sudden, starting to daydream that might
about
be a good
Millennium
idea.
Falcon Legos. Yeah. He must know what pieces it takes to make one now, and so he can look at a set and kind of decide, can I make one from this or not? And I'm sure there's variations, but he's also done, I think I mentioned this, one of the funny ones, there was a gingerbread at some point. So it's brown with the frosting and the lights and all that stuff. So he made a Starship Enterprise. Somebody called it the Star Trek Ginger Prize. Out of all the pieces from the gingerbread at, which I thought was kind of cool as well. So
does he modify the pieces? Does he?
As far as I can tell, he doesn't modify the pieces. Okay. And if you want to do this at home, there's a site called Rebrickable, and it's not just his site. You can go on there and you can get the instructions on how to do it yourself at home.
Have you seen the Lego Smart Bricks they introduced?
That was going to be my geek if we didn't on this other stuff. Yeah, that came out just this week.
Yeah. Let's talk about that next week then.
Okay.
Let's try to remember that.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well,
maybe make Lego our topic for next week.
There you go. Okay.
Lego, and we've got taste tests. So, my geek, which is just as good now as it was then, the Commodore 64 has been relaunched. Group of investors have come in, some who've got Commodore 64 management experience. They bought the intellectual property, and they kickstarted the Commodore 64 Ultimate Classic Form, Ultimate Function. And so it is a true revitalization of the original. And how much are these things going for? Let's see if I can find a price point.
I was thinking you said $399 or something like that.
Yeah, like $299, $399, just depending. The Ultimate Starlight Edition, which is kind of a clear plastic with little lights in it, it's $400. The Ultimate Founders Edition, which I've never understood the idea of a Founders Edition. Every video card put out known to mankind has got a Founders Edition.
Really?
$550. Oh yeah, that's if you're getting to market first and you're going to go with the piece of technology the way that the company intended, it's a Founders Edition. Before you get all the, like a GeForce card or whatnot, everybody's got a Founders Edition. And then the Commodore 64 Ultimate, the basic beige box that we all know and love, $350. So you can pre-order them at Commodore.net, but looks to be a lot of fun. And if I recall correctly, none of us owned a C64.
Right. That's right.
So
did not.
Always wanted one. So
this bring your own monitor for this, right?
Yeah, but it's also a CV. I think it's got. Does it have HDMI out?
I think you mentioned that it does have HDMI out.
You just need a CRT monitor too.
Yeah, that's
to make it work correctly.
I think we talked about this before, but I do think it has a modern video out.
Yeah, system. I think it's got a HDMI out as well, but it's also got a composite video, a CVBS.
Yeah, okay.
So that you could get really retro, and it's got some network protocol as well. So, but they're calling it retro futurism.
Okay.
So, but that's available if you want to pre-order. Go to Commodore.net. I think Jay, that's what you should get Art and I for Christmas next year.
A Commodore. Okay.
Yeah, not a commode, a Commodore. Oops, a Commode 64.
That's a gift for a guy of a certain age.
Yeah. Oh,
hey,
we're gonna take a break.
I'll be 64 next Christmas. So it'll be my Commode 64.
Rock and roll.
We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. And we're back. We made it through that segment almost unscathed until we got to toilet humor there at the end.
So really need a flushing toilet sound on the sound bank there.
We probably should, But anyway, the Commode 64. And Vanderbilt never came up at any point. So
that's right. Or Lionel Richie.
Hello? Is it me you're looking for? No, it's not at all. So, when we did this show a few weeks ago, we were kind of reeling from the sudden death of Rob Reiner and his wife, a tragic situation, which we won't weigh in on. But Rob Reiner was a very prolific director, a great a great actor, and he had a run there of movies that are almost unparalleled.
And that's one thing we mentioned, and still, you look at the list of movies, you go, God, I'd forgotten he did that one.
Yeah, yeah. So, let's go over our top 5 Rob Reiner movies. So, Jay, what's going to be on your list if you're gonna pull Rob Reiner movies and say these?
Are we talking about directing?
Directing. Yeah, because that's all that matters. Actors are interchangeable. Directors are the true visionaries.
All right, so this is not in any kind of order necessarily.
Sorry to all my actor friends.
But except for Princess Bride, number 1. Princess Bride is my all-time favorite of his. When Harry Met Sally is going to be up there in 2 or 3 position, as well as A Few Good Men. Misery is not something I watched over and over, but I remember it being just a spellbinding kind of movie.
I never looked at a typewriter the same way.
Right. Oh, gosh, yeah. And it's been a long time since I've seen Stand By Me, but I remember it's in my memory. I just wrote down about 8. So Ghost of Mississippi, just because of the closeness of that, was a good one. And then, of course, I think that's 5. But, so that's probably my top 5 of his.
What about you, Art?
When Harry Met Sally, Princess Bride, Spinal Tap, Stand By Me, and A Few Good Men.
So what's number 1 of that?
Probably When Harry Met Sally, but it's just right. Those top 3, Princess Bride, Spinal Tap, it's almost depending on which one I'm watching or what mood I'm in at the time. Princess Bride is just an incredible movie that I don't know that a lot of people have
Columbo
seen.
in it. Come on.
That's right. But I just think When Harry Met Sally is probably his definitive work.
So my top 5 are it's going to be Harry Met Sally, Princess Bride, Few Good Men. I love The American President because of The West Wing.
But did he direct that? I was looking through his list, and I saw that on his list of
and a Spinal Tap
of producer.
No, he directed The American President.
Yeah. Okay.
So, which is like we talked about earlier, it's the precursor to The West Wing because it was written by Aaron Sorkin, and
Yeah, well, I would add that to my list. I didn't have that on my director list, but on the producer list.
Well, and Aaron Sorkin wrote A Few Good Men. He wrote the screenplay based upon his original Broadway play.
Oh, okay.
It started off Broadway. Yeah, it was original. It was a play originally, and then The American President he did 3 years later. So but
yeah, good stuff. All good stuff. But what's funny is I find myself sometimes I get confused on what he directed and what Penny Marshall, his ex-wife.
Oh, that's right. They were married.
Who directed? She did, Big and League of Their Own, that kind of stuff. There was certainly weren't similar movies, but they both tapped into a certain sensibility, I think, and good movies. But
I forgot about
a certain sense and sensibility.
Sense and sensibility.
Well, if you look at Reiner's, look at his complete career, just the you go from Misery to This Is Spinal Tap, or vice versa, right?
Yeah,
so you go from this farcical documentary that is just so amazing and has so many people in it to a Stephen King thriller.
Yeah, and really he did the best job with Stephen King stuff, I think, of anybody.
Yeah.
He did Stand By Me, which was Stephen King, and then Misery. But yeah, I think we talked about this before, but there's kind of not this is a Rob Reiner type movie, like you might think of certain directors that, kind of get into one genre.
He wasn't pigeonholed in anything.
Wasn't pigeonholed and also was just adept at everything he tried. Like you said, when Harry Met Sally and Misery, Misery had some of the most frightening scenes I've seen in a movie, and it just really did a great job of capturing that. Had a really good sense of who to cast too. I know they're casting directors and stuff, but as well, but to me, a lot of the cast that he put together were just perfect. You can't imagine somebody else in those roles.
And when I look through his whole catalog, from actor to producer to director and everything, I just thought it was he was so good in what he did. He didn't do a lot of acting at the end. He was more a writer producer, but just some of the credits that I saw, and we talked about this. Batman as a delivery boy was one of his earliest TV credits.
Oh, that's 66 Batman. Yeah.
And then most recently was in The Bear.
Yeah.
I mean, and did great in that. So I think the little, of course, All in the Family for sure, but the bit parts that he had throughout the way just kind of, were great.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see that, but I saw that he was in it.
And his production company, Castle Rock, we mentioned before, produced Seinfeld. So, I mean, you talked about being...
realized that was his.
Yeah. Talk about being involved with something that, was changed to television 2 times. Seinfeld and All in the Family. As an actor in All in the Family, that was a groundbreaking piece of television history right there.
And the thing we never mentioned the first time around was he was Carl Reiner's son.
We didn't mention that?
I don't believe we did. Yeah. And Carl Reiner, an amazing actor in his own right, an amazing director. And writer. I mean,
there was some... not episode. There was
won. So his dad won 11 Emmys, and so you talk. Sorry, Jay, but a lot of times we talk about nepotism, right? In Hollywood, there is no question. Rob Reiner made his own way.
Yeah,
even though a door or two may have been open because of who his father was, but man, anyway.
I was going to say there's some iteration of The Princess Bride, or at least the intro, where Rob Reiner is the one in the bed. And Carl Reiner is the one.
Yeah, they did that not too long before Carl Reiner passed away.
Was it?
In 2020, because Carl Reiner died in 2020. So
and maybe y'all can explain to me what this means. I was going through IMDb, and it's got writer, director, producer, and then it says soundtrack. And I don't know, he had a lot of soundtrack credits, whatever that means, but one of them was Mystery Science Theater 3000. He had been involved in a couple of episodes of that somewhere along the way. I couldn't find any more detailed information, but I wasn't sure what the definition of that was. But anyway, it just goes to say he could do.
It looks like he wrote the song.
Okay.
For the soundtrack, the song being "Sex Farm."
I saw that, and that's one of the reasons I didn't want to go too deep.
Sorry, Mrs. Reed.
Into the Google on
and that was for Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wonder if they. I wonder which episode, what show that they.
I'm sure he could.
I
could go deeper, and then when you look at his writer,
obviously that's from Spinal Tap. Duh,
Sex Farm was. Okay. That's what I thought it was. Probably from.
But obviously they
used it somehow
on Mystery Science Theater 3000, and so like he helped write Tonight I'm Gonna Rock You and America and Hellhole.
Yeah,
get us out of this hellhole. I mean, I'm sorry, Mrs. Reed.
Have y'all watched the second one yet? Spinal Tap?
No,
I haven't either.
I haven't either.
Do that.
Big Bottom. Yeah. So. I mean, he's got a writer's credit, soundtrack credit on Headbangers Ball because of
music they pull from that.
Now, and the writer's credits, if you look under the writer tab, a lot of his writer credits are for like variety shows, like Celebrity Battle of the Sexes, and then all these other stars who have had their, just one-off variety shows, or maybe it's a weekly kind of thing. He had a lot of writing credits for that kind of stuff too. And I don't know if he was just on the writing team at that point, along the way, but it was an interesting sort of majority there.
So he was a performer. Apparently he was on the Gomer Pyle USMC show and he sang Blowing in the Wind. It was an uncredited from 1960. You remember that one?
Yeah.
From 69.
Gomer finds a group of hippies parked in the park somewhere, or in the park somewhere, and he sits with them, and they all sing "Blowing with the Wind." Yeah, that's funny. I didn't realize. I don't remember him being in that, but that's he was the bad guy in the bad boy or whatever in Partridge Family that had come to date Lori.
Apparently, Soundgarden did a cover of Big Bottom.
Really?
Yeah. So on their Louder Than Live video, he's credited with it. So this is just So Anyway.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable.
A remarkable life.
Yeah. An unbelievable talent.
He was on New Girl, and the actor that played Winston, I can't remember what it was, talked about. He goes, okay, I've got a scene with him. I'm going to call him Meathead. And so they did several takes of the scene. And one of them, he said, yeah, Meathead. And he said, Rob Reiner just looked at him and said, okay, well, you may think you're the first one that ever did that. He goes, you're not. He said, but we'll just move on past that. And he was just kind of, didn't get mad or whatever, but just kind of put him in his place and said, hey, look, people have thought of that before. People have done that before.
Not the first time.
That's right.
But that's still what I know him. I mean, when I think of him, that's probably the first thought. Mm-hmm. I mean, the first picture that comes to my mind. That's what I grew up watching him in. And so obviously a lot of things since then.
I remember him from Primary Colors as well. He was in, did you watch Primary Colors? Great book, by the way, written by Anonymous. So, it
was a movie, right?
It was a movie. Yeah, he was in Primary Colors.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But to me, who
played the Clinton? No, they didn't call him that, but
John Travolta.
That's what I thought it was.
Wow.
Okay, I was going.
I've got the book. I haven't read it though.
Yeah,
have you not? Mm-mm. Oh, I got
it late. Like I got it a few years ago. It was a vintage store or something like that. It was like $1.
I got it when it was a New York Times.
I remember when it came out.
I think it's George Stephanopoulos that wrote it, though, right?
No, it was somebody else associated with the campaign. Okay. They thought it was Snuffleupagus who wrote it. I'm sorry, George Stephanopoulos. But no, it was somebody else associated, a journalist who was embedded with the campaign.
Okay.
But to me, outside of Meathead, he will always be Marty DeBurgi.
That's what mine are, just almost the same.
Yeah.
Because I see him in that, Navy hat.
I see him doing his awkward hand. I don't know where I'm going to put my hand.
Yeah, see, I didn't watch. That's Spinal Tap, right? Yeah, so I didn't see Spinal Tap until we started talking about it.
I agree. I mean, Meathead is probably, but I mean, just right there behind me is seeing him in that, because it was such a defining role. I mean, it was another one for him.
Well, I mean, my parents never missed All in the Family.
Yeah.
Ever when it was on, or Archie Bunker, as we called it, as everybody called it. So, but anyway, just a talented life, just across the board. And in some of the things with Mel Brooks just being heartbroken as well. Mel Brooks is still with us.
Mm-hmm. And Dick Van Dyke is still with us. That was 100,
100 years old. But Brooks and Reiner's dad were best friends, and Rob Reiner was kind of like a surrogate son to him. So just really, really, really sad. But what an incredible creative life, and we'll never forget. He gave us some incredible moments.
Yeah, no kidding.
So Archie. So. Need to get
Which was not Rob Reiner.
No, it was not.
Let's make a note.
But that's the only Edith line.
That's a good one, though. You sounded a lot like
her. Yeah. What was her name?
Maureen Stapleton.
Maureen Stapleton.
Yeah.
Did she do anything? Was she known for anything else beyond that?
She probably did some stuff.
She did some stuff. Yeah. But I mean, Carol O'Connor had a really nice run, in the heat of the night and some other things. So. Yeah. But I don't
remember.
She had some character parts later and other stuff. I remember seeing her. But
so. This is probably an episode topic for another time, but are we past typecasting now? Are we at
I don't think we are.
I mean, we're rolling people in and out of retconned and rebooted roles left and right.
But you don't think there's some folks that still get typecast as stuff? Maybe not nearly as much as they used to.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Christopher Pine's not typecast as Shat. I mean, as Kirk,
right?
I just think we're kind of, I don't know. I think we're more willing to look and as an audience being able to say, oh, okay, this is a new version of the story, and so I'm letting go of who I had in mind for it from previous.
Okay. Maybe. I'm thinking about more actors that they can't get past that one role.
Yeah, that's what I think of
typecasting.
Yeah.
Well, so like Leonard Nimoy was never thought about anything other than Spock.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, that's the whole reason Taylor Sheridan has been writing everything left and right. I mean, from Yellowstone to Landman, is he was. What was somebody telling him? Said, look, you're fine in your role as an actor, but I can call 10 of you. Just like that. You'll never be above 10 or 15 on the call list, and you can make a living doing what you're doing. And he's like, okay. So he went out and wrote Sicario, I can never pronounce it, and had just made his name an empire as a writer producer. and he's a guy who realized he was cast in a certain type of role. So, but anyway,
Interesting.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for the Make Good show. Maybe next time around we'll have some taste tests. We'll see if this one records. See you later.